Narok is one of the towns close to the largest indigenous forest in East Africa, the Mau Forest. However, important to note is that Narok sits on the most degraded part of the Mau East Forest. As a result, the town experiences a myriad of issues which include unpredictable weather patterns that have contributed to drought and food insecurity, loss of livestock, wildlife, displacement of communities in search of water and pasture. More to that, forest degradation has also led to regular occurrences of floods and landslides in the region. The dilapidation of the climatic conditions around the East Mau Forest has been greatly attributed to the indigenous Manyatta inhabited by pastoral communities. The circular enclosures are made from the bent wood sticks, plastered over with sand, soil, and cow dung. To facilitate the construction of these structures, the residents cut down trees from the forests. The pastoral communities also depend on the trees for firewood and charcoal to provide cooking fuel and warmth for their households.
I managed to stay in a traditional Manyatta for about 2 nights. As I was entering the Manyatta, it was pretty dark, and they had firewood inside, a lot of smoke as well. As I entered, my eyes were tearing from the smoke.
Hiyo moshi inasumbua watu macho, inatumia kuni mingi. Kama sasa hii yenye mnaona hapa, inatumia kuni, tumeenda kukata msituni karibu pickup 3.
In addition to the severe damage construction of these semi-structures has on the environment, they are generally unstable, requiring regular reconstruction.
Ikiwa hivyo, hii mamiti tunaweka tu tusukume madaisi. Hiyo kitu itakula, hii inaitwa mchwa. Itakula hizo mamiti iangushe nyumba kabla miezi 3 imeanza kubench. Na kubench ikinyesha itasalalia watu na iue.
The structures also suffered poor lighting and ventilation. Dwellers often use kerosene lamps for lighting. These lamps emit disproportionate amounts of black carbon, which is not only health hazardous, but one of the biggest contributors to global warming.
Because to live in Manyatta is disadvantage. During holiday, I normally land in these Manyatta houses, but sometimes I'm not able to read. There's a lot of smoke, and then they may cause damage of eyes, and then I cannot able to.
Iwe usiku, iwe mchana ni giza. Vitu kama nyoka, panya zinaingia ndani. Ni hatari kwa sababu unaweza shika na kuume.
Manyatta dwellers do not have proper toilets for use, and 48.4% of Narok dwellers openly defecate. The human waste in turn contaminates rivers and other water sources, contributing to further environmental degradation and spread of dangerous waterborne diseases such as cholera, typhoid, and worms.
Kama ile hatuna choo, tunatumia tu bush. Some toilets inaingia hapo kwa hiyo maji. Lakini ikiwa hivyo sisi tunakunywa tu maji. Lakini tunakunywa tukijua hii maji ni.
Areas like this, it rains a lot and all the water gets sipped into the ground, and they have issues, generally water issues. Instead of the women having to go all the way to the river and back, and the girls, we could have gutters that would be able to collect water into a tank, and maybe just for sustainability's sake to be able to keep water over a long period of time.
The Eco Manyatta was designed to combat the socio-economic and environmental problems associated with the conventional Manyatta. The ILO, who are the major implementers of the project, are collaborating with the UK Aid, UN Habitat, UNEP, and other stakeholders. The project was initiated in Narok County.
We sat down in the office collectively and tried to think of a creative way of bringing green housing to Kenyans. The idea of the Eco Manyatta came up as a concept. We thought through it, and it looked like something that was feasible because it would help us not only address the climate change challenge, but we also saw an incredible opportunity for employment creation.
The Eco Manyatta is designed to not only promote conservation of the forest, but to also improve the quality of life among the pastoral communities in Africa. Unlike the traditional one, it is a more permanent structure built from bricks and sand, come with an eco-friendly toilet, provides solar power lighting, biogas energy, and water harvesting tanks.
Most pastoral communities are based in areas that have a lot of sun most parts of the year, that we could be able to implement solar energy. There was a lot of cow dung. So maybe to minimize on the use of firewood, what we could do was use biogas.
The Eco Manyatta project brings around various innovations, the briquettes, the solar lanterns, the biogas, and as such we want to create enterprises around these elements of the Eco Manyatta to ensure and guarantee that the renewable energy industry within the pastoralist community is a sustained one. One creation of jobs from the youth to the women and the community at large in the pastoralist communities are able to give us this product, give us these services, to be able to train them so that they can give us all this that we need to be able to roll them out throughout the country.
The integration of a simple and portable biogas technology for cooking and heating energy in the Eco Manyattas will improve the living conditions of the dwellers and make use of the readily available cattle dung for biogas production.
That's why you have the inlet. Okay. Yeah, that's where they're supposed to feed the cow dung. Okay, these are 4-meter cubic digester.
So the cow dung goes in there?
Yeah, mixed with water. With a ratio of 1:1, yeah.
Okay, so that needs to go in there?
Yeah, about 2 buckets of 20 kgs of cow dung.
Okay.
Yeah, mixed with water in a ratio of 1:1.
Yep.
Now when it goes inside here, now this is the actual digester. These
so forgive me,
this is the actual digester.
how do I go from here to here?
Okay, there's a pipe that has...
There's a pipe that goes under.
Pipe, yeah.
But how many cows do I need to give me that much dung is what I'm trying to ask?
It depends. With a minimum of 4 cows, yeah, if they're not zero grazed, you can have this digester.
So this is, in terms of the dung, this is no problem at all?
Yeah, it's not
for a good Maasai community with lots of cows, this is nice.
Yeah, no problem.
Installation of solar energy kits with smaller solar panel and LED bulbs in the Eco Manyattas will provide the much-needed lighting for the communities.
Just 3 LED bulbs,
Yes.
solar powered, with a solar panel. We'll put it on the rooftop. Then this battery pack will be placed somewhere.
And then that will do 3 different lights throughout the Manyatta.
Yeah. It also has a USB port, so
Very
they
good.
can charge the mobile
Charge
phone.
the phone.
So we are saving them costs.
We decided to collaborate with Eco Manyatta. We're one team now because the solution of mitigating the water problems in the Maasai community was harvesting of water, and we've come up with a solution with providing a tank. Also, we are providing a sanitation improvement solution. We have a plastic toilet slab that has a cover, easy to clean, stops flies from flying to food, so that then we don't have children dying from diarrhea and ill health.
With the pastoral communities moving away from the nomadic way of life, the Eco Manyatta project will not only improve the quality of life, but help generate income among community members. The project implementers will implant green building skills into local communities, creating opportunities for green jobs.
Kitambo tulikuwa tunatoka hapa, unaishi toka hapa utoke uende Mara, utoke Mara uende tuseme mpaka Tanzania. Sasa tu ni kama imebadilika. Sababu sasa kila mtu ako na shamba yake, title deed, ikakuwa hakuna haja ya kutembea sababu kila mtu amepata mali yake.
Most interesting things that we are seeing to create in this project are the jobs. We see a future where young people in Narok and indeed all over the country will be skilled in renewable energy, solar panel repair, maintenance. We see a future where people will have more building skills, and we, especially for the women who have not had many forms of livelihood in terms of cash generating projects, we see a future where as they become more settled and they start having their household gardens and they start putting up markets and they start selling the produce, we see also livelihoods being developed.
With the UK aid, formerly being a key partner in this project, the British ambassador to Kenya was among the key stakeholders to visit the project site in Narok.
It'll help the climate because the resources will be more sustainable. We won't be seeing as much deforestation. It's going to capture water. We are going to be using the cow dung for biogas. The fuel that uses has less soot. That's better for the climate, but it's also better for the individuals in the community. That'll see less health problems, less trachoma, less respiratory problems. That means when the kids are coming home in the evening, They're able to have decent light from the solar panel. They'll be able to study better, have more education. All of that is going to benefit. And then what is very exciting about this project is we're seeing the skills and the supply chain that has developed, the creation of the bricks, the knowledge that develops. So I think our ultimate goal has to be for this to become a self-sustaining industry rather than one that requires our donor intervention.
The implementation of the Eco Manyatta pilot project has seen a lot of support from the Narok County government and Maasai community.
Eco Manyatta itakuja kutusaidia sababu ukiwa una moshi kwa nyumba, mtoto itasoma vizuri. Ni kitu mzuri sana kwa sisi Maasaini. Itakuwa inakusaidia kwa choo yako sababu tunaonanga wakati mvua inanyeshanga uchafu mingi tunakunywanga kutoka maji ya mvua. Itakuwa hata imekusaidia kupunguza kuharibu msitu. Utakuwa unahakisha biogas. Hatutakuwa ati tunakosa hiyo samadi. Tutakuwa na wingi sababu tuko na ng'ombe, tuko na kondoo. Tunategemea maji kama hii ya mtoni ikishanga. Tunatafutanga mbali. Utatoka utatega mzuri. Utakuwa utalima kamboga kidogo, kanyanya, upate kabiashara. Itakuwa imekusaidia vizuri sana.
Really happy about and keen to support this project because it addresses health issues, it addresses access to water issues, it addresses energy issues, it addresses education issues. Normal traditional house or household, the ladies, the women have to travel for distance to collect water. But using this technology, they'll be able to collect the water. The whole plan is to train the youth, our own youth, to learn the technology and to upscale, and that will be very good in terms of job creation.
Undeniably, the Eco Manyatta project has immense benefits not only to the pastoral communities across Africa. The technology employs locally available materials and simple technology that can be easily adopted by pastoral communities.
Mimi ninaomba wale ambao wako na hii mradi pamoja na serikali wajengea watu wote kwa wingi ili sisi tubadilishe maisha yetu.
We are really looking at this community being on the verge of a major transformation in terms of housing.
We really think that with the new technologies we will save on our forests because we'll not be using a lot of timber and sticks in the construction of the Eco Manyatta houses. So again, it will really help a big deal in terms of saving our forests.
With the Eco Manyattas, we'll go a long way in ensuring that this industry and this particular idea and innovation lasts for long and is spread throughout the country, and not just within the borders but also in Tanzania and Uganda and Rwanda, where all the pastoralist communities can be found. We hope that this will be the new wave.